Hello and welcome to this short video presentation on taking a function and plugging in an x value to find out what the corresponding y value is. So I have two functions here, f of x. Remember, this is just a fancy way of saying y equals. F of x is equal to minus 2x plus 3. And then I have a second function, g of x is equal to minus 5. What I want to determine is what is f of 3 plus g of 3. What does that mean? That means that I want to take the value 3 and substitute it in wherever I see x in my function. So f of 3 is equal to minus 2 times 3 plus 3. All I did was just replace 3 with x. Minus 2 times 3 is minus 6. Minus 6 plus 3 is minus 3. So f of 3 is equal to minus 3. Now let's take g of 3. What that means is wherever I see x in my g of x function, I want to replace g with x. Or I want to replace 3 with x. So g of 3 is equal to 3 squared minus 5. So you get 9 minus 5, which is plus 4. So now f of 3, which is minus 3, plus g of 3, which is 4, is equal to minus 3 plus 4, which is 1. Now we're going to do the same thing here, except we're going to replace minus 2 in for x of my f of x. I'm going to replace minus 2 in for x of my g of x. So replacing minus 2 in for x, minus 2 times minus 2 plus 3 is positive 4 plus 3, which is 7 times. Now we plug in minus 2 in for x. Minus 2 squared is 4. 4 minus 5 is minus 1. So what we're going to end up with is 7 times, that's what this is, times minus 1 is minus 7. Now I'm going to take my f of minus 4 and divide it by g of minus 4. Well, we have to determine when I plug in x and replace it with minus 4 into this function and replace minus 4 into this function, and then I divide those results together, what do I get? That's what this is asking. So plugging in minus 4 in for x of the f of x, I get minus 2 times minus 4 plus 3. So minus 4 times minus 2 is 8. 8 plus 3 is 11. So I get 11 as my f of minus 4 function. I put in minus 4 in for x, I get 11. I'm going to do the same thing here. Minus 4 squared is a positive 16. 16 minus 5 is 11. So 11 divided by 11 will give me 1. And that will conclude our discussion on taking a function and replacing it with some sort of x value that we're interested in plugging in, and then seeing what the results are. And then here you can see that we added two functions together, the results after we plugged in an x value, multiplied and divided. And that's really all there is to it. Nothing more. Trying not to overcomplicate this. It's just basic algebra, just plugging in and substituting and getting results. That's about it. Have a good one, and I hope everybody has a good day. Bye-bye.